YouTube, TikTok, Instagram was good, Joe. Welcome back to the club. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to Tech by E, where we talk about IT. Guys, at the time of this recording, guys, it's crazy up in here. We're at 96 subscribers. Each one of you guys has contributed to the club and has contributed to Tech by E, the IT roadmap. All right, if you guys like videos about me showing my salary, being fully transparent, and showing you guys what IT can actually pay as an entry level, networking analyst or NOC analyst, it's right here. If you want to know how much I got paid in help desk as a level 2/level 3, I got a video right here. Okay, like I literally show you my picture because I got nothing to hide. And I want y'all to have a piece of the cake as well, guys. All right, because I know a lot of people are trying to get into IT. I know a lot of people don't know how to. I know a lot of people are actually in school right now, in university, and they're trying to, get their foot into IT. And let me be transparent. IT, right? It's pretty competitive, bro. So you gotta get into it somehow. And if you want to work from home like me, like I'm doing right now, this is the field to do so. Okay, this is the field to do so. Enough jibber jabber, enough talking too much, enough rambling. What do I do as a NOC? Okay, that's the question that everybody wants to know. What do I do day to day as a NOC analyst? All right, so what are the different things that someone just texted me right here? What do I do on the day to day? Well, number one, I log into my computer, check my emails, make sure I didn't miss any emails. Then I check my calendar, make sure I didn't miss any one-to-ones, miss any team meetings, right? Or if I have to hop on a call with a stakeholder or last mile team or whatever, team leader, whatever the case may be, I just make sure that I'm free and that I'm not missing anything, right? You gotta be a good employee. Okay, so once that's all done, then I hop on to the ticketing system which we use, which is Zendesk. Okay, we use Zendesk as a ticketing system. Hold on, let me one sec. So we use Zendesk. Okay, Zendesk. I already have it open. But anyways, Zendesk is the ticketing system that we use and that I use at this company. Okay, so if you guys are into IT, or if you guys are in IT, it's very important and critical that you know and are able to use a ticketing system like Zendesk, Freshdesk. If you watch my video, Freshdesk is another one. BMC Remedy, all these different ticketing systems. You guys need to be acclimated and actually know how to use it. I'll make a video on that very soon. But we use Zendesk. So, boom. We got a lot of incidents, a lot of tickets through Zendesk that we gotta jump on immediately because they got high SLAs. Okay, their SLAs are high, which means it's very volatile. Okay, if you guys look, if I were to show you guys, which I obviously can't, if I were to show you guys my ticketing queue, bro, my ticketing queue are like, if you were to check the status of all my tickets are always on high, bro. They're always high. The reason being is because we deal with a lot of network outages, and when it comes to like different lines that we use, so we use DSL internet and phone lines, that is DSL. What am I saying? DSL is, we use DSL, which is basically a digital subscriber line, which means you have both a phone line and you got an internet line. So we deal with that. There's fiber. We use what else is there? There's a FTTB, which is fiber to the building. I believe that's what it's called, fiber to the building. Those coax cable. We deal with so many like. If I were to read my job description, hold on. Fiber, wireless to point to P, and then SD-WAN. There's so many different networking connection that we deal with on a regular, and it's very high stake. Because think about it, if said location or said customer don't have internet, how they gonna work? That's what I'm telling you. People keep telling me, IT is gonna die, IT is gonna die. No, it's not. Well, maybe software engineering is gonna die because you got ChatGPT. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, Mark Zuckerberg said it himself. But networking, that ain't gonna die. Security, that ain't gonna die, bro. IT help desk ain't gonna die, bro. Okay? Although they do use AI for some things in IT help desk, like Microsoft Copilot. Anyways, I'm going off a tangent. I could talk about this for days. But IT, as far as I know, it ain't gonna die anytime soon, bro. Because we need people like me making sure that the network is up and running. Because you can't do nothing without no internet or no network connection, bro. And you need people on site, like IT help desk or network technicians, to actually put that into place. You feel me? But anyways, I'm getting off of anyways, but yeah, like I was saying, I deal with all these different network connections. So you gotta check in the queue, make sure that all the tickets are properly managed. We gotta, talk to the customers, talk to the stakeholders, talk to all these people, make sure that everything's on par. We deal with a lot of ISPs as well, which are last mile carriers as well, and we also deal with a lot of customers too, and other stakeholders, vendors as well. So yeah, Zendesk is my bread and butter. That's what I deal with every day. You feel me? So a lot of network outaging, a lot of incident response. Then we use this thing right here, PRTG, to look at the alerts and the different alerts that might come in as well. So basically, we get an alert from here, and then most of the times it converts as a ticket. Like a couple minutes later, or it just converts it to a ticket. So yeah, we look at this monitor too. I kind of look at this before it comes in as a ticket, so I know the ticket's coming. So yeah, there's that. What else is there? What else do I do? Yeah, so there's that, and then we also do, not our department, but the other department, which is provisioning. They actually set up the modems in which we're using. I mean, the customer is going to use. So we use modems like smart RGs. Let me show you. We use modems like smart RGs. Okay, so every modem that the customer is using, and again, guys, we are like talking to like high stake customers, guys. Like, if you guys live in Canada, like I'm actually like impressed, because I didn't know that we deal with so many like customers, but the level of customers in which we deal with is actually ridiculous. I had no idea. Okay, but yeah, anyways, yeah, we ship out modems like these smart RG modems, which allows us to remote into it remotely on the back end. So what do I mean by that is it kind of looks like this. So we would actually go, for example, like let's say there was an IP associated, right? So on our Confluence page, we got the IP address. Then you just enter in the IP address in here, and then boom, you would log in, and then you're presented with this. So you can do diagnostics, check out the wireless aspect, some advanced settings. You can reset the modem. You can check the up speed, the down speed, the upstream, the downstream. How many days has been up? Like, bro, this, like, for example, this is ridiculous. 113 days that has been up. You see, this is why people be getting some issues with the modem. Like, it can't be up for like 103 days and you ain't even reset the thing. Like, that's kind of crazy. So yeah, like this is something like this. If I see something like this, I'd be like, yo, reset the damn thing, power cycle the damn modem. Because yeah, that's why you're having issues, because you didn't power cycle it. All right? So yeah, we do things like that. Upstream. Oh yeah, also we also look at the the speed tests, run some speed tests with the said tech that's on site. So we deal with vendors, like for example, actually I'm not gonna say the name because I don't know if I'm allowed to say the name, but we deal with like vendors, techs that go on site, set up the modem, and then they call us, or sometimes they send us a ticket to be like, yo, we are on the said site for the customer. Yo, we need the IP, we need a MAC. But they usually send that before, but for some reason sometimes they don't have it, so we gotta provide it. And then yeah, we run the test, make sure everything's up and running for the customer, and then boom, we log off the call, and then make sure like the speed is up to par. So obviously, you gotta make sure the speed is up to par. So basically, if it's for a customer, I got like a fast internet kind of like table right here. So like if we're talking about customer, so it depends on the customer. For example, if it's like a small customer and they it's like a store, then you don't really need like that much bandwidth. Okay, so anything above 25 megabits per second is pretty much good for down speed or downstream, and then upload, we're looking for anything from between 3 to 5 upload stream. All right, so that's good for HD streaming. Like you can stream Netflix in the store if you really want to. But yeah, it depends on the, again, customer, right? So the different customers have different speed and network requirements, right? So we gotta check that with the on-site tech as well. So yeah, so that's one aspect of it that we do. And yeah, this is what we kind of look at. Like we have our own thing, because we have our, oh shoot, you can't even see that. Hold on. Yeah, so we got something like this, right? And basically we use DSL lines, which are basically digital subscriber lines, which you have internet and a phone line at the same time. So basically there's times where when it's down, we have like some sort of like internal portal that we have on our end, in which we can see the type of line and the phone number that they're using. And usually if it's down, like all these numbers right here, like the down speed or the downstream is usually at 0, and then the upstream is usually at 0. So if all of these numbers are at 0, then we know that it's down, right? So then we gotta do our troubleshooting in order to resolve the issue, right? And obviously, if you guys are familiar with the command prompt, we would obviously ping it to make sure that it's up to par. So if it's let's say this is a MAC address, we'd ping it. Obviously this is not the MAC address, this is Google, but yeah, if it's a MAC address, you put in the MAC address. I say MAC address. If you're putting the IP, not MAC address, the IP, sorry. If you're putting the IP on here, you gotta put in the modem IP and make sure that the modem IP is up to par. Okay, so you gotta make sure that you're getting replies. If you're not getting replies, that means something's wrong, either with the actual modem itself, the physical modem, or it's actually something up with the DSL line or the coax line or whatever type of line that you're using. There's something wrong with the line. So if there's something wrong with the line, you gotta contact the ISP that's providing that line. You feel me? The last mile. Or we also provide lines, so we also have to make sure that the back end in terms of the line is also working as well. You feel me? So yeah, so always ping, bro. Always ping the damn modem. Make sure the modem is up to par. So yeah, upstream. So you got the upstream, which is upstream is the same thing as You know when you get a modem from like Telus or from like these different companies, Rogers and stuff like that. Not Rogers, Shaw, right? And you know there's a tech that comes in your house and sets up the thing. That's basically what we're doing, but at a larger scale and for like businesses. You feel me? So upstream is basically upload stream. Okay, for those who don't know, upload stream is upload. Okay, how fast is it when it comes to the upload? And then download speed or downloading stream is downloading. Okay, hope that makes sense. And it's measured in it can either be measured in megabits per second or in dBs, which is decibels, I believe, right? Wait, yeah, decibel. Let me Google this real quick, bro. Decibel. I think that's what it is. I might be tripping. You see, I always learn every day. You feel me? Let me ask ChatGPT real quick. But yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what it stands for. Bro, why is this thing so slow right now? So obviously my internet is slow, yeah? Yeah, so yeah, decibel. So yeah, I'm right. So that's the signal level, decibels. Okay, so it's not megabits per second or whatever, but it's basically the same thing anyway. This is just another way of measuring it. So yeah, we deal with that too. What else do we do with? Oh yeah, ARP table. We use ARP, which is basically Linux. So we actually use like stuff like we use Putty or Terminus too. I use Terminus personally, but you can use Putty. And basically you would log in to the SSH client, which is Linux, Ubuntu, you feel me? And then you basically do your ARP table, check the ARP, make sure that you know the IP address and the MAC address are working properly. So as you guys can see right here on the table right here, right? Like this right here. Hold on. So you see the IP address and then the MAC address. So this is part of the troubleshooting where you gotta make sure that the IP address has a MAC associated to it. Because if it doesn't, then obviously there's some sort of internet connection. Or if the IP is not part of this table, then we know that there's something wrong with the IP, right? So you gotta make sure that that's up to par as well. Then you can also see whether it's a dynamic IP, which means dynamic means it changes, right? And then if it's a static IP or it stays the same, you feel me? So this is different troubleshooting things that we do as well as a NOC. What else do we do? I think that's pretty much it that we do on a day-to-day. So again, on the day-to-day is always we're always on the networking outages. Like we always doing incident responses, monitoring. That's basically the day-to-day. Like I don't go a day without monitoring the network speed or anything like that. We do network speed. Oh shoot, I forgot one thing. So I actually forgot. We also deal with failover modems. Okay? Failover modems. So we deal with peplink modems. Okay? What do I mean by that? So you guys see this right here. Okay? You guys see this right here. Let me make myself smaller because I am too big right now. You feel me? Not saying I'm fat, but yeah. So we use modems like this. You feel me? Like so we also deploy modems as well. Not yeah, it's part of. I mean, it's part of the NOC, but it's different aspect of the NOC. But they deploy. We call it provisioning. They deploy modems, and they deploy peplink modems. Reason being is because, all right, this is about to get real technical. Reason being is because when it comes to the different internet lines that we use, for the most part, we use DSL, okay, and fiber. Like those are like the main tickets and the most but the most critical tickets that we deal with on the like every day. When I'm saying we, is because I'm part of a team, obviously. So I'm talking about my team, the people that I work with, my colleagues. We deal with this type of ticketing every day, every single day. Like we don't go a day without not dealing with DSL or fiber. Like fiber internet and DSL internet is like the number one type of internet that we deal on a regular every single day. And the SLA on those things are high as hell. Like they're high, like they're very high priority. And as far as I've seen, most of the network outages are those type of lines. You feel me? My phone just buzzed because I'm pretty sure we just got a alert. That's crazy. Yeah, we did. You feel me? So yeah, you feel me? There's probably someone working on these alerts right now as we speak, because the NOC is 24/7. But anyways, we use Peplink as a failover modem. So the customer has not only the Smart RG modems or whatever modem, maybe the last mile modem. As far as I'm concerned, I might be wrong on this, but as far as I'm concerned, we deployed Smart RG and the Peplinks. So the Smart RGs are the main modem, and some Smart RGs or DSL lines, are bonded. Now you see, now this is gonna complicate it. Now the bonded is like the DSL that are not bonded is a basic. Think of it like a street. You feel me? Like where cars go, that's where the internet is flowing. You feel me? Now think about that times 2. So now you got one street, you got another street, or you might have 2 streets and 2 other streets. You feel me? So now if you combine them together, that makes what? A highway. So now you got more speed coming through. You feel me? So that's basically what bonded internet is. You see? Not so hard. You see, that was not so hard. You see? Now you guys get it. Now you guys get what I'm trying to say. But yeah, anyways, there's a modem that deals with all these DSL lines and fiber lines or whatever. You feel me? Now, if these fail, let's say one road is blocked and the other road is blocked, now we got the Peplink that's kicking in as a failover. So think of it like an extra, think of the Peplink or the failover like a passage, like a secret passage that nobody knows about, a shortcut. That's what I'm trying to say. The Peplink is a shortcut. So now you're not using these highways. Now you got some passage that goes under and then you come out from the same way. Okay, so that's what the Peplink is. Now if the Peplink fails, then you got a problem. Now you cook. Now that place is cook. So you get why these SLAs are very high, right? So now for the Peplink, you feel me? We use LTE SIMs. Okay, so you know your phone, your phone, how your phone has a SIM. Yeah, we use that, but on the Peplink, and there's 2 SIMs. You feel me? As you guys can see in the image, there's 2 like SIMs. I don't know if you guys can see that. Hold on. You see how it says cellular 1, cellular 2? There's 2 SIMs. Okay, so if one SIM fails, you got another SIM. If they both fail, then you're cooked. But as you guys can see on the Peplink, there's also a WAN connection too. Okay, so like it gets very complicated. Okay, so if the primary circuit and the secondary circuit fails, you got the failover, which you got a failover internet. If that fails, then you got the cellular, and you got two cellulars now, SIM cards. If those fail, then you're actually cooked. Like, I don't know what to tell you. Like, I don't even know why you even contacting the NOC. You feel me? Nah, I'm just kidding. But yeah, then we would have to send out a tech that and like fix that ASAP. You feel me? So that's the day-to-day, you know, yeah, that's the day-to-day of a NOC analyst. You feel me? So yeah, if you guys have any questions, leave it down below. My mouth is dry as heck. I need water. So yeah, and it's midnight. It's 1 a.m. actually. What am I even saying? It's 1 a.m. in the morning right now. I gotta go to sleep. So yeah, we out. Peace. It's crazy.